we're ready. It's gonna be fine.
Good morning, everyone. We are so excited for the pageant, and we're going to sing together to get ourselves in the spirit and mood We're starting with number 235 in your gray hymnal. Please rise in body and or spirit as we sing Deck the Hall. Not halls, but just one hall. And when we're done, we're going to just be seated. One. Deck the halls with halls of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, show the ancient Yuletide carol, see the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. One tale of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Pass away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the newly lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Even so the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
Hey, listen up, everyone. Be quiet. Be quiet. Shh. My name is Gabriel, and I love spilling the tea. Something totally awesome is going to happen today. It's going to be the talk of the land. And I love being the one to break the big news to people. 9 months ago, I delivered some news to Mary, a young woman who lives in a town called Nazareth. And she is a humble and gentle woman, and she's engaged to a carpenter called Joseph. They led a pretty ordinary life. Well, that was until I showed up. I told her that a very special baby will be born. But here is the cool part. She was going to be the one to give birth to the baby, and she would be calling him Jesus. And I told her he is going to be on this earth to do the work of God's love. He will be God's son. So when I delivered this news to her, she was, well, let's say, somewhat surprised. A little frightened and questioned, how could this be? I told her not to be afraid, everything would be okay. The Holy Spirit would descend upon her, much as it had done with her cousin Elizabeth. Mary told me that she would do what was asked of her, even though she was frightened by the news. So that's when I took off and left her to talk to Joseph.
The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth.
tragedy, it's the pageant. Good morning and welcome to First Parish Brewster. If anyone wants to move into these pews, we're all kind of cramped. I don't know what happened here, but you're welcome to move. We're a Unitarian Universalist welcoming congregation of people of diverse philosophies and beliefs, people of various cultures and races, sexual orientations, gender identities, abilities, and socio-economic backgrounds. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your path, may this be a place of rest and restoration on your journey. For those of you who may be first-time visitors this morning, welcome. Welcome on this morning, which we make sacred by our presence together. It is also our pageant. This is not our normal worship, so you're especially welcome for this joyful Pageant Sunday. A big welcome to people streaming. Let's all wave at them. We are glad you are here too. I am Twinks Hastings, the Lifespan Religious Education Director. Happy to be welcoming you to this special service this morning with Kevin, our music director, and our fabulous musicians. Our services are recorded and available to you on our YouTube channel midweek. We do ask that everyone over the age of 4 please wear your masks. Let's all check that our masks are over our noses and our mouths. This is especially important at this time. Please silence your cell phones. We ask that we all wear our name tags or fill out the sticker name tags in an effort to be more welcoming. Please also know that we are a community who welcome the noises, movements, and mirth that little ones bring in our service. You're going to get a lot of that this morning. In community announcements, the staff stockings are back up at the Winslow House. There are stockings for each staff member for the next week if you want to drop off a holiday card or note of appreciation for them. All are welcome to join us for our Christmas Eve Candlelit services. There are 2 services this year. The 4:30 p.m., which is especially welcoming for families, and the 7 p.m. service. The 3 p.m. service was cancelled due to staffing issues. We will be live streaming the 4:30 service. There will be no service on December 26th. We will have an outdoor Yule log ritual led by Chuck Medansky on January 2nd and return to indoor services on January 9th at 10 a.m. Everyone get that? Got the worship schedule down? Awesome. Welcome to our service today. It is so good to be together. So this morning, we tell the age-old story of the birth of a baby. But before we get to that birth, I have another birth to share with you. Penelope Ann Clay was born yesterday morning at 5 a.m. Yeah. She weighed 4 pounds and 12 ounces. So pretty good, and both she and Jessica are doing well. So let's take a moment to celebrate that. That's a perfect day to announce Jessica's birth for the pageant. I was like, thank you, Jessica. Perfect timing for that. So onwards to the birth that we are going to talk about today, the birth of Jesus. Why this story? Are we not being hypocritical, Unitarian Universalists, with their fondness for secular humanism, who are fond of arguing the validity of Christmas? Is it a Christian holiday, a pagan holiday, a secular holiday? Even outside of my UU circles, there's much apathy and discussion about Christmas and what it means. As a Unitarian Universalist, it is part of our spiritual growth to search for and assign meaning to all the days of our lives. In this, Christmas is a time when the world slows and we consider our relationships with each other. Isn't that in itself enough to celebrate, worthy of a pageant? The gifts we give each other at this time of year are more than just demonstrations of our generosity. They are symbols of the gifts that we are capable of giving on all of the days of our life. Gifts of love, compassion, industry, and advocacy. The gifts of our common humanity. And those were the values of Jesus, whose story we tell today. I'm going to invite Jack and Sasha to come forward and light our chalice. We light our chalice this morning in celebration of the season and in recognition that every person, from our youngest baby to our eldest elder, is an important and integral part of our beloved community. And I'm going to invite our Advent candle family forwards. Yeah, there you go. McDowell family are going to come forward. We have 4 candles to light, and they have 4 children, so it's a perfect Sunday. The 4 ones on the outside. The 3 purples and the pink. As we light our Advent candles in this season of waiting, may they remind us to be fully present with ourselves and each others. Our first candle reminds us of hope, our second of peace, and our third of joy. Our fourth candle reminds us of love. As we light our fourth candle, may we be reminded of love, the power of love in our relationships with each other and our community, the power of loving ourselves, and the power of loving our world. May our commitment to love bring us closer together across our divisions, and may love move us into healing ourselves, our community, and our global family. Thank you, McDowell family. Let us all rise and body our spirit and sing hymn 253. That's hymn 253. Come, all ye faithful.
We'll be singing verses 1 and 3 in English, followed by the Latin. So, oh, come all ye faithful is first. You're going to be great. Verse. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in
and so to the pageant. The Christmas story is rooted in old tales of the winter solstice. In ancient times in Europe, when the solstice came, our distant ancestors sometimes told stories of a miraculous child born to return us to the light. Throughout the world, people tell stories of a child born to a royal family or to an important and rich family who would grow up to lead humankind into a time of truth and justice. The early Christians adapted these stories of miraculous births, but they added a twist to the old stories. Their miraculous child was not the son of a king, but merely the son of a carpenter. He was not the son of a wealthy queen, but instead the son of a woman whose only wealth was her wisdom and kindness in the world. And that Christian story has been told and retold innumerable times since those early Christians first began telling it 18 or 1900 years ago. This morning, we're going to recreate that old story of the miraculous birth of Jesus, but we are going to give our own slant. Instead of just listening to or watching the story unfold, you are going to get inside of it. Try to forget that you've heard this story before. Let's be in the here and now with the miracle that is the birth of a child, any child. Everyone has a star, right? Is there anyone that doesn't have a star? We all got stars? Let's wave our stars. I'm gonna check. We all got stars. Awesome. I will let you know the right time to use them. If you want to be in the story, raise your hand when I ask for volunteers, and I will call on you to take a part. This is not just for the children and youth. I want to reiterate that. This is for all ages. I know some of you all want to be the donkey. I know it. Once you've raised your hand and I've called on you to take a part, you will move over to where Elenita, Kathy, and Armando are. I want everyone to look at them waving. Sometimes we get a little confused because it gets a little crazy. So that's Kathy and Elenita and Armando, and they're going to dress you in your costume. And then, once you've seen them, you're going to move over to Liz and Daniel. They have bright lights so you don't miss them. And they will give you all the directions you need for your part. This year, when you finally get to live out your secret hope of being an angel, a shepherd, or that ever-popular donkey that you have held on to since childhood, all are so welcome to participate. Everyone ready? Yes. That did not sound ready. Is everyone ready? Yes. All right. Let's begin. It's been 2 years, so I am excited. If you wish, close your eyes for a moment. Transport yourself to another time and another place. Imagine that a story is going to unfold before your very eyes. A brand new story that you've never heard before. We need a night sky to tell this tale. Who would like to be the night sky? We need 4 people. I see 1, 2, 3, 1 more, 4. Okay, you all head over to Liz and Daniel. Yeah, Roseanne, go ahead. There is such beauty to be found in the darkness. Winter is a time for stillness and going deep within. Please remain seated and join in the singing meditation of the Solstice Chant.
Find my way through a cloak of darkness. Silently I go within. I find my way through the cloak of darkness. Trusting dawn will
beautiful. Now our darkness is blessed, and we are ready to tell the tale of this birth. I need someone to be Caesar Augustus, Emperor of Rome. Do we have a Caesar? Perfect. Some reprised roles here, I'm seeing. In those days, long ago, a decree went out from the Emperor Caesar Augustus, saying, all the world should be registered so they can pay taxes to me. Just hang out there, Caesar. Now we need 3 more people. One to be Joseph, a carpenter. Zane, awesome. One to be Mary, Laura, wonderful. Who's engaged to be Joseph. And we also need a donkey. We can have 4 donkeys? Awesome. One back there, one there. Any other donkeys? One up here? Great. Okay, donkeys can head back to the dressers. Oh, and this first scene is going to be a starlit night. So could everyone practice holding up your stars? Stars, of course, need star music, and this will be the cue to shine those stars. Okay, back to the story. Caesar required that everyone must go to the town where they had been born to register. For some people, that meant a long journey. Joseph, a carpenter, had to go all the way from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, and the city of David. He went with Mary because she was expecting a child. They started on their long journey, traveling by day through the night, their road lit only by stars. One more time, maybe, can we? Can we have one more star music? One more, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You can sit down if you want, Caesar, or you can go back to whatever you want. Stay here. Joseph and Mary knew it was not going to be easy, what with Mary almost ready to have her baby. At least they had a donkey that Mary could ride on, and at least the twinkling stars made the road seem friendly. Thank you for the stars. Now that Mary and Joseph are in Bethlehem, we can put our hands down. We did that already. Now we need some animals. Who would like to fill this stable with animals? We have an animal there, an animal here. We need lots of animals. Some back there, some over here. Awesome. All the animals can go back. Do we have some animals up here? I think we need like a few more animals. Any of our youth willing to be animals? We're holding out for some other parts. Okay. I think we're good. Any adults want to be an animal? Awesome, Susan, thank you. Awesome, Rand. Great. We're just going to give them a second back there. A beautiful animal. When Mary and Joseph got to Bethlehem, they discovered that there was no room at the inn, but the inn was the only place in town with comfortable beds. The only place Mary and Joseph could find a place to take shelter was in a stable cut into the side of a hill. So they settled in to sleep there amongst the animals. So we're going to wait for our animals to come. Welcome, animals. Welcome, welcome. Beautiful animals. We have a few more coming. We're good? Okay. Welcome, animals. So, animals, your job is to welcome Mary and Joseph and their tired donkeys into the stable when they come. Are you ready to welcome them? Okay. Oh, one more animal. Okay. The gentle animals welcome Joseph and Mary into their stable. Can you say welcome? Welcome. Mary, you can come up here. These are adult chairs we can sit under. Joseph, come on back here. Donkeys, we have some chairs for you. There we go. Donkeys here. So beautiful. There we go. All right. So the gentle animals welcomed Joseph and Mary into their stable, and that very night came time for Mary to give birth. You can scoot that chair out. It was a stable, so when the baby was born, of course there was no cradle for Mary to lay her baby in, but one of the cows was kind enough to lend her feeding trough for a cradle. Where's the cow? Cow, you're going to lend your trough for a cradle? Thank you. And Joseph and Mary laid their new baby there among the hay. Thank you, cow. Oh, cow's getting in the cradle. Perfect. In a moment, we're going to sing to welcome the baby. But before then, we're going to need some shepherds. Of course, we will also need sheep for the shepherds to watch. And we're also going to need an angel who has a special message. So who would like to be the angel? Awesome. Special angel coming your way. And then we need some shepherds. Great, we have a shepherd here and a shepherd here. Shepherd here, thank you, Safi. And then we need some sheep. Oh, awesome, thank you, Scott. We need some more sheep. Awesome. It's a really great role, the sheep. I promise. We have 3 shepherds, we need 1 more sheep. Integral part of this story. Don't be sheepish, says Silas. All right, 2 sheep, 3 shepherds. Perfect. Oh, we have 1? Awesome. Thank you, Liz. Now, let's let everyone know a baby has been born. It's a miracle every time a baby is born, and worth shouting about, unless they're sleeping. Please rise in body or spirit and sing Joy to the World, hymn 245. Hymn 245, Joy to the World.
We'll do all the verses, and we understand that sometimes traditional lyrics are more in your DNA than lyrics that you're reading, and if you hear words around you that are not yours, it's okay. Just sing with gusto.
In that region, there were shepherds who lived for months at a time out in the fields, watching over their flocks of sheep by night. They had to watch over their sheep because there were wolves in the hills that would gladly eat a sheep. Told you the sheep was a good role, if they could get one. On this night, as the shepherds stood watch in their fields, an angel stood before them. Turn around. There we go. An angel stood before them, and this angel was truly magnificent, and her divine beauty shone around the shepherds. Not unsurprisingly, the shepherds were terrified. But the angel spoke to them gently. "Do not be afraid, for I have appeared to bring you good news of great joy for all the people of Israel. To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah. This will be a sign to you. You will find a child wrapped in strips of cloth and lying in a manger." Okay, seems like we're going to need a lot more angels. Who would like to be an angel? All right, a lot more angels. We have an angel over here. We need a heavenly host of angels. Come on. We have a pre-dressed angel. An angel here. You can head to the back. A few more angels. Oh, good. We have an angel up there. Love that. Any more angels? Oh, great. Doing a great job, shepherds. Good shepherding, shepherds. Good sheep. No more angels? All right. Then the angel who had spoken went on to say, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth let there be peace and goodwill among all people everywhere." And there was a whole host of angels singing and praising. And the shepherds were amazed. The shepherds were amazed. Amazed shepherds. All right, we are going to rise in body or spirit and sing "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." And those words are in your order of service. Doing? Everyone keeping up with the story? Okay, so we had an angel tell us a message. Mary was pregnant. She had her baby. The animals gave her shelter. This angel told us another message. The shepherds came. Now we have more angels. Good. All right. So upon hearing the message of this angel, and hearing the songs of the angel choir who just joined us, the shepherds said to one another, "This is amazing. This is amazing. Let's go to Bethlehem and actually see the baby the first angel told us about." Being good shepherds who cared about their sheep, they brought the sheep along. With all the shepherds and the sheep, will all the shepherds and sheep please come up to the front and join in the celebration at the stable? Celebrate. Yay. So the shepherds went to Bethlehem with their sheep, and there they found Mary and Joseph and the new baby, just as the angel had told them. The shepherds brought gifts to the baby too. The first shepherd gave the baby a bunch of cherries, the second a small bird, and the third gave the baby a ball, because every child needs a toy. Afterwards, the shepherds would tell everyone that would listen about this newborn baby. Everyone who heard the story was amazed. Are we all amazed? Amazed. As for Mary, she already knew her baby was wonderful, but she listened carefully to what the shepherds said and treasured all she heard in her heart. Everyone is excited by the wonder of new birth, and they prayed and hoped that what the angel said would come true, that there would be peace on earth and goodwill for all people, even for the lowly shepherds. At this time, we're going to pause in the story and take a moment to appreciate the gifts that we have here at First Parish. But before that, we're going to need 3 wise people and a star. Who would like to be the star? Emmett? Awesome. And 3 wise people? Levi? And one here? One more wise person? Awesome. Do we have other wise people costumes? Elenita? How many wise people can we accommodate? Awesome. So we have some more wise people if we need. Awesome. Great. All right. Shepherds and angels, you can find a spot to sit maybe around here. Each week we have the practice of splitting our offertory plate. Half of what is collected goes to the work of First Parish, and the other half goes to a worthy organisation. Today our split plate goes to a baby centre. A baby centre is a programme of the Cape Cod Council of Churches. For over 50 years, the Cape Cod Council of Churches has served low-income individuals and families throughout Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Their mission, serving God by serving others, directs their many programs that touch the lives of over 6,500 Cape residents every year, without regard for religious affiliation. In 2019, a baby centre gave away over 222,000 diapers. There are a couple of ways you can give today. You can text to give. The number is in your order of service. You can put a cheque or cash in the offertory basket, or for those streaming, you can donate on our website. However you choose to give today, your generosity is appreciated. The offertory will now be gratefully received. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, 3 wise persons heard of a prophecy that a new baby had been born that would fill the world with love and peace and become King of the Jews. So they set out on a journey to find the special baby. They followed an especially bright star in the sky. Shine your stars, people. As the 3 wise persons begin their long, slow journey to Bethlehem, let's encourage them on their way by rising in body and spirit to sing hymn 259, 259, We Three Kings.
So, the congregation will join in on the second verse and all other verses. We're going to sing it a little bit differently. We want to give you one verse so that you can hear it and then follow along. Here we are, We Three Kings.
That the wise persons made was to visit King Herod. We need someone to be King Herod, and this is your last opportunity to participate. And King Herod gets to stay right where they are. Who would like to be King Herod? Awesome. So the wise persons, where'd the wise persons go? Go visit King Herod. And they asked, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we heard a prophecy, and now we have observed his star in the skies, and we have come to praise him and bring him gifts." The three wise persons learned from King Herod about a prophecy which had been spoken long ago, that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. So the wise persons set out for Bethlehem, and as they walked, they saw ahead of them the star, as they had first seen in the far east. The wise persons followed the star to the stable where the newborn child was laying in the cow's manger. Come on in, wise people, join our celebration. We have a few spaces here for you. When the wise persons entered the stable and saw the new baby, they were overwhelmed with the joy of this new life. They knelt down to worship him, and they opened their bags and brought out gifts of gold, because the crowns of kings were made of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. All the people gathered, and all the animals surrounded the new young parents with love and community as they started their journey into parenthood. And this is where we will leave the story for now. Let's all pause for a moment. Can all of you freeze for a moment up here? Look at this scene. It's a special night with stars and angels and shepherds and wise people and animals and donkeys and a peacock. And they are all admiring a special baby that has just been born. Why would all of these people come and stand around for such a long time to admire a tiny new baby? There is only one reason I can think of. Because the birth of a child always brings hope for the future. And for a people who lived under oppressive Roman rule, all the while longing for liberation, the birth of this child brought hope to hurting people. Will this be the child who leads us to freedom? Will this be the child who breaks our bonds of slavery and establishes a time of peace and righteousness? And so it is in our world today, in a world that sometimes seems hopeless. We still look with hope to the future, to the next generation, to our children and youth. Every time a baby is born, we hope that this child will be one of the ones who leads us to a world of peace and ease and wholeness. Usually at this point in our pageant, I like to mention one of the incredible youth who's changing our world, like Greta Thunberg or Mary Copney, and this year is no different. However, this year, I want to talk about a group of children and youth, young people who have lived through 2 years of challenge and change, who have weathered a global pandemic with resilience, who have adapted to learning from home, and who have missed out on some of life's key moments and graduations, and yet through it all led the way for me and for the other CYM adults. They have kept us grounded, they have kept their loving hearts and their helping hands and their sense of selves, and boy, have they made us laugh through this pandemic. I am, of course, talking about our CYM kids and youth. You all need to know that you're shining superstars, and I am so proud of you, even though some of you don't even remember life without a pandemic. I have watched you all weather this storm together, the bad, the sad, and the mad days, and the fun, special, joyful days. And I am so proud of you. Thank you for making my world and the First Parish Brewster world brighter and better by your presence here. Our whole community looks forward to being the village that nurtures you as you grow and learn and find your place, ever-changing, ever-evolving. Find your place in our ever-changing, ever-evolving world. You are indeed our future, and really, it could not be in better hands. Every time we tell this Christmas story, it reminds us that we must go out and work for liberation, justice, and peace. Look around at each other. We, you and I, we are the ones who are responsible for making sure the world is a better place for all of the babies that are born, including Penelope, just born yesterday, and for raising up those babies into a community of love and peace and a village where they can thrive and grow, and most importantly, be allowed to be their whole selves, so they can be all of who they are born to be. That is really the work of this story of a baby boy born in a stable reminds us of year after year after year. Each and every one of us was born into this world alike, and each and every one of us, no matter the story of our own life or the paths we have taken along the way, find ourselves here in this moment together. There will never be another time that every single person that's here right now will be here together again. Life is a wonder, a precious gift, and the invitation today is to shine your precious light and spread it. Because no matter what, you have one, and it's a miracle. Amen. Blessed be. Happy holy days. Please rise in body or spirit and enjoy our closing music. Thank you to our beautiful musicians and our incredible CYM dressers and directors back there. And is it best that everyone brings their costumes back there? If you all want to head back there with your costumes, Alanita and Judy and Armando will help you out. Thank you.